In Mesquite, Nevada, instead of going east towards Zion and where the most popular places are, I decided I'm going to go west towards the Great Basin Highway. My first stop is close to Snow Canyon, and that's where, of course, one of my videos on the Conqueror with John Wayne, where because of the atomic testing, over half the actors died. But check that video out. And then meanwhile, we're going to head to Pioche, and along the road to Pioche, of course, is the 1860s massacre by the Mormons of a settlers group, and that's along the way onto the most notorious town, western town, even worse than Deadwood, is Pioche, Nevada. Again, another video you can check out on, but Pioche, great little town, 6,000 foot level, 72 murders in the town before they even had a one by natural causes. Original boot hill. I stayed a week in Pioche, enjoyed it immensely. This is a must stop on your next road trip through the area. But again, along the Great Basin Highway, which is about 365 miles long, and I probably did about 3/4 of the Great Basin. And as I'm leaving Pioche, I'm going to head off towards Ely. I'm heading to Ely, or Ely if you want to refer to that, northern Nevada. And if you want to know why they call this particular road and another intersection road, Route 50, the loneliest highway in the country, or remote highways, I think this video will give you a glimpse why. In the distance are snow-capped peaks, and further on in my video I'll have to find out what they are. Now, I'm going to give a shout out to my friend Ralph Livingston, and Ralph lives on the Victoria Island in Canada. Ralph wanted to know more about the Area 51 and all the areas. Now, the area that I'm going through right now, I'm going to refer to as they refer to as the backyard of the Nevada training centers. Now, in a straight line going off to the west is Area 51, probably about 100 miles, 160 kilometers. There's no direct route there. We'd have to take a 3-hour trip and around. But for a direct line, 100 miles, 130 kilometers. Now, also in this kind of triangle is the Tonopah Test Range, which is probably about 60 miles from here, 100 kilometers, again off to the west. And so this whole area, called the backyard that you're looking at, off to the west, is part of the ranges where they train, especially for Tonopah, which is some people have called this stretch between Pioche and Ely is probably about 110 miles minimum, and of course you can translate it into over 160 kilometers. And again, there's no services, there's no place to stop, so I'm actually grateful that there's been a few cars coming along this route. I just passed a sign that said State Prison, and I couldn't see the road. If that state prison's out there, it might be way back in there. Even those prisoners got away, I don't know where they're going to go. Humboldt National Park, almost at the 8,000 foot level coming down from. The area, of course, has always been ripe with rumors of UFO activity, in articles. So I'm going to give you little hints as we go through a lot of these remoter areas. Coming down from the high 8,000 foot level, we're going to come into a more flat area, and it parallels where the old Pony Express routes used to be. You know, the old abandoned stage stop, you know, part of the old route of the Pony Express is, you know, that were stations along this area, but even the modern ones aren't surviving. One of my themes through a lot of my videos in the Southwest and the deserts is that the desert eventually reclaims everything. The Pony Express behind me, and even modern into the 60s and 70s, you know, the desert eventually reclaims everything. Well, this is a surprising trip. I didn't expect a small community out here. Called Curry, near its place called Cherry Creek. It's at the 5,800 foot level. Welcome travelers, another abandoned location. You can see the size of Great Basin, and also, you know, the highway on that, you know, that this bisects this going north. Area 52, that's near, probably on both sides of the roads that I'm traveling. Historic Pony Express routes, secret bases, remote travel in this area. Even the one coming up called Base Camp, which I passed, is a kind of a semi-secret base of the land, still land planes in the area if they need to. Following my treasure map, you just never know if you stay out here at night what you're going to run into. So I'm going to leave you with my trip out in some of the most remote areas of northern Nevada. So if you like what this, please subscribe. Appreciate you watching. Check out my video on the Salton Sea and also the Lost Spanish Galleon.